All right. What's up, Dom?
What's up, Dario, my little ninja?
No, dude, you can't say that.
I called you a ninja, dude. What is
Dude,
wrong about
you're
that?
inferring. That's cultural appropriation, dude. It's
I'm cultural appropriation of what?
of the Japanese.
We beat them in World War II. I think we can appropriate their culture, dude.
It's
I mean, nobody had any problem when we were literally wiping it off the face of the earth, you know? Shout out to my boy Nagasaki, you know? Too far? Are we going to have to start this whole thing from the beginning?
um, uh, I hope you don't get any hate for this. Jesus Christ. All
That's
right.
the quickest way to internet fame,
Right.
dude, okay? Ask a little bit.
Ugh. I don't know what that one. That one's
You don't know Logan Paul? Okay, that's fine.
I do know Logan Paul. That guy.
You're gonna get more hate for that than my Nagasaki comment, okay?
I did no. Have you seen the Sean Dawson thing in the mind of Jake Paul?
I have not actually.
It's okay. It's whatever really. It's just something to do. But anyway, all right. Whoa, what a way to start this thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, since just quick, just throwing it out there. Subscribe, please. We need the subs.
We need the money so that we can buy Lewis back from Portland for cash considerations.
Yeah.
He got traded at the deadline. It's really sad.
Yeah, it was more of a salary dump thing than
I mean, we would have loved to keep him, but come on, with the amount of money
he-
this franchise brings in,
Yeah. Sorry,
Ignore
Liz got a little
profit
expensive,
sharing.
but maybe he might join later, might not.
Yeah. Do some James Jones
Anyway,
shit,
let's start. All right. First, we're just gonna talk about trades here. So, first trade is the Grizzly Memphis traded Gasol for Valanciunas, Delon Wright, CJ Miles, and a second round pick. All right, what are your thoughts?
The first trade we're discussing is basically just kind of the theme for the entire Eastern Conference. The trade deadline, the rich getting richer, and the sucky teams still sucking. I think Toronto is really looking to go all in. Not sure really if Marcus Gasol is going to be enough to put them over the top with who's in that conference, and the fact that maybe the best true center in the league is playing in that conference, being Joel Embiid. If they're looking to win right now, well, they have Kawhi. I guess why not?
So I don't think Marcus Gasol should start. Serge Ibaka has found great success as a center, and they should continue to do that. And obviously, Valanciunas was a second rotation player.
Yeah.
And I think they just get stronger based on what Marcus Gasol brings to the table opposed to Valanciunas. Marcus Gasol is basically CJ Miles and Valanciunas kind of mixed together in a sense, because Marcus Gasol has a good shot. He's solid from the three.
Yeah.
And, he just a good modern day five, I guess. But he's also exactly like Valanciunas, rebounder, paint scorer, very good defender in the paint. I don't know about perimeter defending, but he's better player than what they gave away. So overall, so I'm very happy with.
Composite player compared to three people that were part of their bench bomb. Yeah, that's fair. Well, we're talking about Toronto. Obviously, Masai wants to win now, preferably today, because there was that rumor floating around that I don't know how substantiated it's been that Kyle Lowry was going to get traded. Which is crazy because he seems like such a integral part of that team.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't see why they would even shop anyone.
And it was for the upgrade quote unquote, for another Memphis star being Mike Conley, for the marginal upgrade that he brings to the team. But I don't know. I feel like you would be giving away all the ground you got back you made up with Conley, you'd be giving it back immediately because the huge dip in team chemistry, I think, would be
Yeah,
very
I
apparent
agree.
immediately. The
I
first game out.
completely agree. I
Yeah.
think once you trade Lowry away, your team definitely dips because Mike Conley doesn't have the same chemistry he does. Maybe it'll be easier for him to work with Marc Gasol, but Marc Gasol is probably not going to start, and
Yeah.
they're not going to have that much minutes together.
Yeah.
So the chemistry that they have really doesn't play a big part, as opposed to the chemistry that Mike Lowry can build enough. And I think it'll just be easier for Mike Lowry to play with Gasol than
Yeah.
it would be for Mike Lowry to play with everybody else.
Yeah. Um, One thing I wanted to ask you: do you think Masai's attitude at the trade deadline is? Do you think Kawhi factors into that? In his
Yeah,
game?
definitely. I don't think he's gonna stay. I
Yeah.
really don't. I think Toronto really, really competitive this year, and the East obviously is really open. Like, you're not sure. Boston looks really shaky. I mean, they're playing better, but they still look
Yeah.
shaky. Philly's the same. They're playing better, but they still look shaky.
Ben
Toronto's
Simmons doesn't
been
have a jump
very
shot.
solid.
Yeah.
Giannis in the Bucks,
Are surpassing expectations.
yeah,
I'm
by
waiting
a
for them to
lot.
fall back to earth.
But let's be honest, I don't think that team is nearly as talented as the
Its
other
record
teams.
suggests.
I just
Yeah.
think Antetokounmpo is just so much better than
I
the
think
other
and
stars.
I think they're shooting amazingly well. I mean, Brooke
Yeah,
Lopez is a 3-point machine somehow, so I don't
yeah,
understand.
and it's crazy how Giannis is so much like LeBron in a way, just how he plays. But
Yeah.
I think his shooting's not there yet, obviously. But honestly, if his shooting was remotely better, or maybe it was like at least a 2012 LeBron,
Yeah.
his team would definitely go to the finals, like hands down.
I'm impressed that he's trying so hard to get better at it when I think a lot of players who are bad at shooting just choose not to shoot the ball.
Yep.
Example being
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, and we're going to talk about him later, I guess, Markel
Yeah.
Fultz.
Mm-hmm.
People, both on Philly, surprisingly, I don't know what that's about. When you don't feel like you can shoot the ball, you decide not to shoot it instead of Giannis
Yeah.
has been given the green light. And I know that in the past, Jason Kidd told him not to shoot. And I know Mike Budenholzer, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, to be honest, has given him the green light to jack up more threes, which is definitely good
Which
for
is
his
good
confidence.
because it's good development. It's live action, like practice. This what I feel is what the NBA season is. It's a good balance between live game practice and like a real game. It's like a good balance. Because most of these games are important, but if you're just focused on getting to the playoffs, you can really experiment a little bit and
Wow.
still make it, because I feel like that's what
Careful,
Miami's been doing.
That's the LeBron method, okay?
Yeah,
I'm going to jerk off for 82 games and then I'm going to make it to the finals. Not every team is that good.
yeah. But
Sadly.
LeBron is another level.
LeBron.
It's LeBron.
He's perfected that method.
Yeah.
While we're here, speaking of the Bucks, they made a trade at the deadline for Mirotic from New Orleans.
The Pelicans. Yeah.
The Pelicans. It was actually, from the Pelicans.
Yep.
And they gave
It's
them...
it's a three-way. Trade.
Three-way trade. The Bucks got Mirotic, the Pelicans got Jason Smith, Stanley Johnson, and 4 future second-round picks. And
Yeah, crazy.
I don't know what that's about. And then the Pistons got Don Maker. May his future be bright.
Yeah.
Mr. 7'6" long boy.
I'm not, I wouldn't say all in, but I agree with what Thonmaker did. I think he obviously has a lot of potential, and I guess he didn't like how he was being used
Yeah.
as in the Bucks and the minutes he was getting, but I think he can be a solid player, and I don't think he was given that opportunity in
I
Milwaukee. But it's
I
crazy
think
because Thon Maker and Antetokounmpo, when they both came in, they were very
yeah,
much alike.
yeah,
Maybe not in the sense of athleticism, but just
yeah.
raw ability. And I find it crazy how the Bucks were able to mold Antetokounmpo into what he is. Maybe it's just how because of his athleticism, but I honestly thought Thon Maker was going to be able to do more by now than he has, or at least
Thon Make
show the staff that he could do more. You
Thon
know?
Maker reminds me of Taco Fall at UCF
Oh,
in that they are really big and they should be really good, but they are really slow. Like they and and Giannis is really big and freakishly fast for how big he is
yeah, there's that
because
athleticism.
his athleticism is out of this world.
Yeah,
And if Thonmaker had that athleticism, well, the Bucks would have never traded him because they would have had two Giannis's on their team. Obviously, if he had half the athleticism, he never would have been traded. I think he needed a change of scenery, and I think he got it. The So I think initially how the trade was announced, the Bucks traded Thonmaker for Stanley Johnson, and then packaged Stanley Johnson to New Orleans for
yeah,
Mirotic. Um, I think Maker just needed uh, a change of scenery, and I think he got that. He's going to
yeah.
get that in Detroit. Good luck to him. I was really excited when at the deadline I found out that the Bucks got Mirotic, because when Mirotic was on Chicago, I was super high on him when he got traded to New Orleans. I was really hyped about that because
I
I
mean,
thought
in
that
the playoff, he played really well, and
I,
even in the regular season when he came in, he
I,
played really
I
well.
think
He's an excellent shooter. Excellent.
and I think as a third option, he's that guy who can occasionally he'll go off for like 30 points in a game.
Oh, you
And
mean
if
he's
he's
like
your third,
Clay?
yeah, like Clay. Like you don't ever need him to because usually you have two other stars. And I really like him for a
Yeah, he's solid.
Giannis
He
team.
reminds me of
Yeah.
Hito a lot. You know,
Yeah.
just you had Dwight really obviously carrying the load,
Yeah.
and then Jameer Nelson always there, but Hito always scored and
Yeah.
he was always able to create something, and I feel like that's what Mirotic really brings to the
Yeah.
table.
Um
And plus, I really like Eric Bledsoe early in his career, but nowadays, I don't know. I don't think you can go very far with that type of point guard. You need someone like Kyrie
yeah.
or Curry, just fucking threes. And
Yeah.
team defense is really better than individual defense nowadays, I feel.
That's true. Yeah.
Especially if you can score a lot.
Like the
That's a way
Bucks.
more
Yeah.
like scouted trait than like extreme excellent defense.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um
I think Thonmaker is slow, but I feel like his position as a center, if he would have beefed up, he would have really been okay. Because he would have won the height battle if they played him small, and then he would have won the perimeter battle if they played
Yeah.
big. So I think Thonmaker is still a mismatch, but
Also,
no, he has to get better.
he got really unlucky that Brooke Lopez is playing out of the
But it's
floor.
Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
He's been.
I mean, yeah,
killing
but
it since he came in.
he's never taken this many threes in a season, like consistently, and
Yeah, and I'm glad he's given the green light to do it because
Yeah.
he's a decent shooter. He's
Yeah.
pretty good for a 5. He's a pretty
Yeah.
good shooter.
and
And
in
plus,
terms of
it's hard because Brook Lopez will beat you in the block. He'll beat you in the
yeah,
post easy, but when you want to match up with him with the post, they obviously bring in the 5, and
Yeah.
then you can't really stretch out your 5 to come out because then they'll just give the ball to Giannis, and then
Yeah.
Giannis will have an easier time to get in the paint.
yeah,
So it's a hard way to win, because I feel like last year the Bucks were very single minded team where it was just like give Giannis the ball and see what he can do.
well,
But I feel like now they're just using their team more instead of just Giannis.
the reason that they played that way is because Jason Kidd is a fucking terrible coach.
Yeah, but he got
and
fired like mid-season.
he literally did not know what I know, but he had a pretty big say in how that team was constructed
Yeah.
up until he was fired, and it was not constructed to do anything outside of give the ball to Giannis.
Yeah, they're playing hardened ball, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of excellent shooters, all right, you brought up the point that Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz were in the same team, and they weren't able to shoot. Do you think at all any of the blame is at least the Phillies' shooting development, like team coordinates? Coordinators? Coordinators.
I'm not.
Do you blame them at all?
Do they have? Do you know if they have a shooting coach? A lot
They
of teams
do.
don't have. They do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they have a shooting coach.
That's more than most teams can say. I'm looking at you, fucking Lakers. I watched you last night, and you shot what? What was it? 39% from the free throw line. Do you know what they shot from three-point range? Just as a side note,
Below 40?
54%. They shot 54% from deep. They shot 39% from the free throw line. What the fuck are you doing? I don't understand. What are you shooting in practice?
Practicing threes.
Yeah, exactly. They had a better chance of making a three than hitting a free throw. I don't get it. Anyway.
That's funny.
I think that Fultz was in his head and did not know how to get outside of his own head. I think he was mentally broken. I don't think he was physically broken. I think he was mentally broken. That whole health drama had literally nothing to do with anything. I don't think it was real.
But what happened? Like, honestly, what happened?
I just think
think about it. How do you become one of the best shooters in college? I mean, I understand Lonzo because it's more about spacing and than anything, but
yeah, I know.
Fultz was an all-around player. He was a shooter. He was a driver.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think what happened was he went to the Sixers, and the Sixers staff might have said, I don't know, this is speculation, right? Might have been like, you know, you're a really good player right now, but you think you're going to be a great player. And then they start working on things, and the thing they start working on is his shot. And instead of doing the natural thing and just making sure that he can make every shot the way he shoots the ball, which is what you should do with people who have a strange form, or a different form. It's not even that strange. It honestly never looked that bad. Instead, they tried to, I think they they found a problem with his fundamentals and decided that was the way they were going to approach making him a better shooter. And that was just wrong. It was just the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
And then after that, they were like, okay, it's fine. We're not going to, don't change anything. Go back. Do whatever you want. We really don't care. Please just fix it. And then by then it was too late. And he was thinking about it every time he went to shoot a free throw, every time he went to shoot a three, every time he dribbled up court with the ball and thought he might have to take a shot. I'm sure he was thinking about it.
But towards the end of last season, he played well. And I honestly think he had a good momentum towards the end of the season. And I really think they should have played him in the playoffs. At least to give him some,
that's fair.
Sense of, I am doing better and they do believe in me, I can build on this,
that's
something to push, keep the fuel going. But I think just sitting them down might have just let it die a little. But I don't know. I want to blame the staff, honestly. Ben Simmons isn't improving shooting at all. If anything, it might be down just because he's taking less shots.
I don't understand why he's not shooting more. I don't get why
he doesn't want to though. He's looking for a better alternative because he knows that he's most likely not going to make it. And
if I'm Brett Brown and I'm wherever I'm at in the East. What, they're the 3rd seed right now?
I believe so. Let me check.
Or maybe they're the 4th seed behind the Bucks, Raptors, Celtics.
It's back. It's Bucks, Raptors, Pacers, Celtics, Sixers.
Oh, the 5th seed. Okay, maybe I wouldn't give the green light right now. But for a stretch of games, if I had a bunch of easy games...
But they're only down from the 3rd spot by 1 game.
Yeah. Okay, but if I had the third seed, say, and I had a bunch of like kind of meh games coming up, every meh game that we should win because Embiid is just amazing and a generational talent, I would literally tell Ben Simmons, if you take a shot like if you drive to the paint instead of pulling up and shooting a mid range or a 3-point shot, I'm literally going to bench you. Like, I'm giving you no choice here. You have to shoot these shots in game. You have to do it. You can't. And I understand Ben Simmons is a point guard basically, and all he's thinking to himself is, "There's a better option because I have this fucking 7-1 tower of a man who will literally beat down any center in the NBA because he's that good and that talented. He's like, a new age Hakeem, right? There's better
Yeah.
options than me shooting." Which include letting Embiid shoot, by the way. But
And also think of the matchups just that it brings. He's 6'10". He's 6'10". He's a point guard that's 6'10".
I mean, yeah,
You
and
obviously go to the post because if the point guard isn't guarding you, the point guard's guarding somebody that's not
that shouldn't
the
be,
right matchup.
And so I get like where he's coming from as a point guard. Like I can make this better. Like the play can be better than just like me shooting. But he's gotta do it just to get in his mindset that, hey, I can do this and it's okay. Because
If anything,
he knows it's not okay.
If
right?
it's inside 20 feet, maybe 18. If it's inside 18 feet, if it's at least at the key,
you shoot it,
and he's wide open, I agree. I think he should shoot it.
Not even wide open.
It should be a common shot. He should be able to make at least.
You should take contested shots. You should take whatever kind of shot you feel like you want to take, dude. Because. Right. I mean, we're all that way when we play pickup. Like, if you're not shooting enough, like, you're never gonna feel good about your shot, man. That's why people don't get good playing pickup, because you don't shoot enough, right? You're never gonna get good at making the shots if you don't shoot in game.
Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Michael Scott.
No. Yeah. Markel's just broken. He's mentally broken.
Anyway.
Which is good that he's going somewhere new to Orlando. Which is
Alright, there we go. That's what I was getting at.
I don't know.
What do you think of it?
I was surprised that they moved so quickly to get rid of him. I don't know what are the protections on the pick. Do you know?
I should know.
Are they lottery protected? Because in that case,
probably
they're not going to get the pick. Yeah. So. Orlando's that bad, guys, in case you were wondering. Okay, even though...
Sorry, Magic, you are but that bad.
What's his name? Vujovic? I suck at this. I'm really bad. My boy, who's an all-star center out of Orlando, is good, but that team just blows. Yeah, that. I guess Jonathan Simmons, though nobody really cares. He's not gonna change worlds.
No, I don't know.
Obviously,
yet, by the way,
with Philly's other trade, they need to get rid of somebody that they were going to have to pay at some point. So I guess getting rid of Markel now is better than nothing.
I don't know. I think it's a win-win. I think Jonathan Simmons, great defender. Surprisingly, he'll score. Like when you least expect it, he'll at least drop 10 a game if he plays at least 20 minutes. And those picks, I guess Orlando's really hoping that Markel Fultz just develops and they don't lose the first round.
Yeah. I think this works for me in conjunction with, other than the Mirotic trade, the trade that I was most hyped about when it happened, and it happened before the deadline, Tobias Harris and Boban Marjanovic to Philly in exchange for who? Sorry, I'm skipping here, obviously, but it goes together.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about that. I think the James Ennis pickup was also just a good. It's a salary dump, obviously, but it was good for the Rockets and the Sixers because they got more depth, and Rockets saved some money.
The Tobias Harris, Boban Marjanovic, Mike Scott, or Wilson Chandler, Mike Muscala, Landry Shamet I was kind of upset they parted with him. I thought he was going to be really good. I thought he was going
Yeah,
to be a
he
very
is.
good. I thought he was
He's
going to be
very
a
good.
very good bench point guard at the very least, and I thought he could have been even better than that, honestly. Which is why they had to give him up for Tobias Harris, who was the best player on the Clippers and an All-Star. I think the trade overall was a little underrated
I
because it's an
honestly don't
All-Star. You
think this
trade,
trade would have happened if Wilson Chandler played at all.
yeah,
If he would have at least played some,
yeah,
he would have shown what he's shown in every other team, whether it was the Knicks or Denver, that
yeah.
he's a crazy good defender and a very effective offensive player. So
That's
I
fair.
think I feel bad because going into the season, I was really had high hopes for Wilson Chandler, but no
Yeah,
injuries or things, so it happens.
and
But obviously, Sixers are gonna be better now. I think the Pacers.
not better. I
I'm
think we're
surprised. Wait,
underrated.
also surprised the Pacers haven't dropped yet. I really expected the Pacers to, like, their level of play to drop after Oladipo left. But what's his name? Bogdanovich, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oof, wow.
To be
What a player,
fair,
dude.
they were good. Depot was out for a stretch at the beginning of the season, and they still didn't. That whole team is just like, I don't want to call them like bench mobby, but they're just like all solid players and they know how to
Yeah.
play together really well.
Yeah. They're well coached too. There's that team is just Jesus, they're surprising. They play really well. I was hoping the Heat would play like that, but I think with the dump of Tyler Wilson, Wayne Ellington, and Tyler Johnson, I think
Yeah.
they're gonna have an easier rotation because it was hard to fit everyone in. I feel for the Heat. I think the Heat had too much solid players and not enough time for everyone to play.
Um, I have a friend who's a very passionate Heat fan. I think I mentioned last podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and he fucking hates the Heat. He likes Tyler Johnson for some reason. Tyler Johnson, aka Meth Curry, and he hates Wayne Ellington. I thought Wayne.
Curry.
I call him Meth Curry. The internet calls him Meth Curry.
That's
The man
hilarious.
got paid like $20 million a year. Have you seen
Yeah,
his teeth?
a lot.
Have you seen? It's like he's
Yeah,
literally
but
living in a trailer park.
he was playing well. He got injured, and then the Nets had given him like a really high offer just because they had a shitload of money, and then the Heat wanted to keep him, but they had to match it because
he was.
too
I
much
think.
money.
Yeah, he's a restricted free agent, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally don't know what the hell is going on with Miami. They gave out a bunch of bad contracts in a row. Obviously, LeBron James left town, and they kind of like freaked him out. I guess I don't know.
I think honestly,
I'm lost.
Miami thought they could do really well with a really well coached team, and
Turns out they can't.
yeah, and solid players like all around.
Well-
They had at least the Miami. Give Miami credit though; they're at least 11 deep. Those players could be starters anywhere in the league. So
Yeah, they could all be like fifth man starters. You can't like play a whole team like that unless they have really good chemistry and amazing coaching.
Yeah.
Like we're talking like Greg Popovich coaching, not
Honestly-
literally nobody else.
I just think Miami need like an elite scorer. If Miami gets one elite scorer, like whoever it be, whether it was
I think you're
whether it
still
was
lying to yourself,
Leonard,
that's fine.
whether it was Kyrie, I'm telling you that team would just elevate because Miami, if anything, out of all the Miami's players, they're all really good defenders except for Kelly Olynyk. They're all really good defenders, but they just cannot be the guy to score at least 25 every night. There's
I think
nobody there that can consistently drop 25.
There's a stretch
besides
there where Goran Dragic
Whiteside,
looked
but
like the guy.
that's not
almost. Oh wow,
you know,
that's a different name. Hassan Whiteside's
league-
garbage.
Generates points.
Garbage.
Whiteside's good.
Garbage.
He's good.
He is so lazy. The most annoying thing is watching him get paid money and then, I mean, My friend loves to harp on Whiteside, but I totally agree with him. Hassan Whiteside is the biggest waste of space on that entire team, in that entire franchise, in that building. Okay, the janitor puts in more effort than Hassan Whiteside does. Yeah, and rant.
I don't know. I think
Also,
Hassan Whiteside.
they're literally locked in salary hell. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
they are.
22
They are. I
million
agree
to
with
Hassan
that.
Whiteside. 22
I don't know,
million.
but yeah, Hassan Whiteside played really well, and he is a good anchor. I think I think calling him lazy is a little unfair, just because he wants to, protect the paint. But the way the NBA is going to now, you have to be more of a perimeter defender too, and that's not one of his strengths. And maybe he does look for blocks, too much blocks.
Yes.
But I think as a defender, he's improved a lot. And
Okay, he's improved, but remember where they got this guy from. You remember where they found him?
yeah, the G League.
At a YMCA, dude.
Yeah,
At a YMCA.
G League coming up.
They found him at a YMCA. That should tell you, you give that guy a check for $10 million, that he's going to run away with it. You know what his cap hit for next year is?
What?
$27 million. 27.
That's a lot.
Also, to be fair to their salary cap hell, right now they have $26 million caught up in Chris Bosh. So I can understand, at least they did right by him. They didn't fuck him like they tried to do with Dwayne Wade before. But, still, that team is in salary cap hell. I don't even want to touch. They have the highest payroll in the league. I don't understand
Chris Bosh is playing. God damn it.
Ryan Anderson is getting paid $21 million from them.
Dude, Ryan Anderson's been getting paid for so long, dude.
He's so white and so bad. How do you pay him that much money?
Because he can shoot threes. That's it.
When did he make his sign here?
Orlando. He played in Orlando first. He was a good outlet for Dwight, and then he went to the Rockets, got paid because Mike Ben Gundy. No, whoops, wrong guy.
Garbage, dude.
Dan D'Antoni. There you go.
Oh my god. I just feel like I don't get it. That team is so mismanaged. I don't understand. It's Pat Riley too. How did Pat Riley manage to fuck this up so bad?
I don't think it was not. It's not his fault that Chris Bosh can't play, dude.
No, that's not his fault. So
It's not his fault that his
I'll give
fucking
the $26 million, but what about
everybody
else?
It's not his fault that Chris Bosh gets cut
$20 million
and won't stop bleeding. All right, it's not his fault. Also,
Yeah,
I don't know why, but I was okay with Chris Bosh playing. Is that bad? Because I was okay with it.
This is my thing. This is if Chris Bosh wanted to play, knowing that
what was so wrong with him being able to play? I didn't understand.
What was wrong is Miami has nationally televised games, and the moment that Chris Bosh dies on court is the moment that ratings tank forever, and everybody thinks the NBA is only in it for the money. The NBA would not allow that to happen to their NBA.
Would he really die though?
What? I mean, I don't know. I assume if your blood can't clot or it clots too much, yeah. I can't believe they have the #1 payroll in the league. How stupid is that? Yeah. They're so bad. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't get over how bad Miami is.
It's fair. Miami went all in on to win, in 5 years as many as they could, and
which I guess that's actually.
They won though. Though. So
to be fair though, that's what a lot of teams do, right? Is you invest in the 3-year window and then you hope to win the championship. And if you don't, you're in a rebuild. You have no choice. No team. The only team that can sustain a lot of success for a long time is the Spurs, because
Popovich
gave his soul to the devil and was guaranteed, like Bill Belichick, like the Bill Belichick of the NBA. He gave his soul to the devil for wins and championships.
All right. Let's see. Let's move on. See. All right. Shelvin Mack got traded for Tyler Dorsey. How do you feel about the backups here?
Remind me what the teams were. I've seen they got lost on our
the Hawks
sheet.
and Grizzlies. Hawks received Shelvin Mack.
Oh yeah, and they
who's this
waived
guy?
him. They waived
Tyler
him.
Bruce. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Hawks are garbage, and they're just like cultivating favors with people. They waived Jabari Bird for the Boston, and Boston gave them the money to do it, which raises the question: why didn't Boston just waive Jabari Bird? I don't understand. I don't know what happened there. Honestly, I have no idea.
It probably
And
half of the money.
Celtics
They
got
save money somehow. I know they're
this,
saving money by
this.
doing that.
The Celtics got a second round pick. Do you know what the protections on it were?
What?
Top 55 protected.
Jeez.
So the Hawks need to go to the Eastern Conference Championship for that pick to convey. I don't know why. I don't understand.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't get it. I thought that trade was funny. The Hawks are literally just doing people favors to maybe ask for favors one day, I guess. I don't know. Which I guess that's how salary dumps work. Like, where it seems just like, why did the team do it? I guess they had a favor owed. Cough, cough, James Jones to the Miami Heat, but, it's fine.
Lol. Right. How do you feel like Ian Shumpert being a Rocket now?
The Rockets making moves to make a better team. I'm intrigued. He played all right for the Kings, right? He played good D. I mean, he's always kind of known as the guy who played D. And the Rockets could use some of that. I honestly intrigued. I feel bad that Nick Stauskas got traded to the Houston and then got traded again later on.
Yeah.
To where he would have gone. He got traded Pacers, and then did he get waived? He got waived, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently he's bad. I didn't know that. No, I'm very intrigued by Iman Shumpert signing. I think that's a good pickup for Houston.
Yeah, we'll see what
Off
they
the bench
do with
defense.
that.
Yeah.
Quality shooter, quality defense.
His shooting's gone down a little bit in the past couple years.
It can't get any worse, honestly. He's gonna find wide open shots.
That's fair,
especially with this team, especially what Mike D'Antoni does.
Yep,
he makes you better shooters, whether you like it or not. Alrighty. All right. Wait. All right. Harrison Barnes, mid game. Thoughts? The mid game trade.
He was apparently given notice by the Mavericks that he was being discussed in trades, and that it was, I don't know if they said it was likely that he was going to be traded, but it was being discussed, and then he chose to play the game anyway, knowing that it was the day that it was, and then he got traded mid-game. Somebody mentioned that if they were in that position, they would go the rest of the game, and anytime they got the ball, they would immediately
just shoot.
Which I think is what he should have done. I mean, who are you hurting? It's the Mavs. Like, come on. Like, they're struggling for the AC right now. Probably not going to get it.
All I'm saying, Sacramento Kings are back, boys. I'm saying it right now. The Sacramento Kings are back.
I mean,
I
guess.
Back. Dude, Buddy Hield's popping off. Man's popping off. Honestly, I didn't think Buddy Hield was worth trading for for DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
But since DeMarcus Cousins isn't in New Orleans anymore, and obviously the big one here was
steal. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Sacramento.
was steal, dude. He's playing so well with Andy Aaron Fox. Then you got Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, the third.
Stein. You got my boy Stein there.
That's the young team.
At the 5.
And the young team is deep. I'm intrigued. They did some good things.
Yeah. Dude, they got Bogdanovic, another non-AAU player.
Mark Cuban, where you at? This podcast sponsored by Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Please.
Yogi Ferrell is a solid player.
Yeah.
Harry Giles the third. He's so underrated. He's such a great player.
College stars, dude. Isn't that fun?
Dude, this team is
Buddy
good.
Hield was a star. Why you just mentioned him. Marvin Bagley was a star. Who's the guy from Indiana?
Uh, Bogan
No,
Bogdanovic.
other guy. Next guy. The next guy you said.
Next guy, Harry Giles
Fucking no, it's fine.
or
It's
Yogi
gone now.
Ferrell.
Yogi Ferrell. There you go.
Yogi Ferrell's good, dude.
Yeah.
He's really good.
That that team is it's spooky. They're spooky. Um, Related to this, one of my favorite trades. Oh, one of the trades that I really enjoyed was the Clippers trading Tobias Harris
Yeah.
because it devalues the pick that is lottery protected that the Clippers gave to Boston, so Boston may not have a pick, a first round pick, mind you. And it also devalues the Sacramento pick that Boston has because it looks like Sacramento may make the playoffs,
Yeah, they are.
which is amazing. So like
I agree because
I thought that was
honestly
a little bit of
yeah, in the beginning of the season I thought Sacramento's gonna be bad again. Oh,
Yeah.
here you
That
go.
pick's gonna be
Celtics,
good.
another
Yeah.
first overall pick.
Yeah.
They're gonna get Zion. Unfair.
Yeah. And then Jerry West at the trade deadline in a moment of I don't know if it was intended. He obviously did what was just best for his team, not just to screw another team. But it had a dual purpose of screwing the Celtics, and I love it. I love everything about it.
Okay.
Anyway, that's side note. Next,
Otto Porter Jr. Otto Porter Jr. Yep.
I think it's a good, much like the Thonmaker trade. Jabari Parker needed another change of scenery after 6 months, I guess. Maybe he'll be good in Washington. Apparently, he's very happy.
I don't know. I think it's unfair. I think Jabari Parker, that was Jabari Parker's team when he was playing. He showed time and time again in his rookie year and his second year before tearing his ACL that he was a better player than Andrew Wiggins by far. And I think it sucked that he hurt his ACL. I think he lost a lot of momentum. Obviously, I don't want to say he's not the same player, but he's not as good as he should be at this point.
Yeah.
And when he came back, it wasn't his team. It was Giannis' team. So
I think that is why the change of scenery was so important. I think that got to his head because when he was in Duke, it was his team, and when he came, it was his team, right? And then he got hurt, and then Giannis is like, "Look how good I am," and everybody's talking about Giannis. Giannis is going to win an MVP one day. Giannis is next to LeBron. Blah blah blah.
and Jabari's still on that team.
And Jabari's just like, but what about me? Like, and
Anyway.
Jabari's going to be the next big thing. So
Yeah. I'm telling you, Jabari is going to light it up. I wanted the Heat to go for Jabari, but it's fine. Watch. Mr. Wall hurt himself at the crib, you know?
hurt himself at the crib, and guess what else he announced?
What?
Today. Or, was it today? Yeah, today.
The other day.
His mother has cancer, dude.
Oh, shit.
Do you know how bad that must be? Your week must be.
What a fucking week, dude.
Yeah, right? Honestly, I would just want to end it all. At that point, I feel like this is just fucked up, dude. Like, obviously, God has a really cruel sense of humor, because that's fucked.
Yeah, that's the truth. But anyway,
Otto Porter Jr.
You know, it's his time.
Yeah.
It's Jabari's time to step up, be a solid number 2 option, and help Bradley Beal and show the world that he's a number 2 overall pick, and he's a million times better than Andrew Wiggins, which is crazy because I feel like a lot of people are better than Andrew Wiggins right now.
Yeah. It's interesting that the Washington Wizards were like half sellers, half buyers. They didn't get a pick with this, I guess, which is what you would need if you're gonna blow up your core, which I thought Otto Porter Jr. was kind of part of a little bit, or maybe the future of. I thought it was interesting that I didn't get a pick back. I thought that's what Washington was gonna try and do, was just like, screw it, everybody's gone, like let's burn this sucker down. But I guess the East is still kind of wide open for those last 3 slots.
I think
they're bad. They're bad though,
tank.
but they should tank. They're bad. They're a bad team.
Look,
but I don't know what Ernie Grunfeld is a terrible owner. So GM. That's
okay, it's bad.
Put an edit in there.
John Wall's not gonna come back next year. I have a feeling he might come back maybe like around
12 months,
February
dude. It's 12
of
months.
next year.
Yeah.
But I feel like right now they got a good chance to, because they're not gonna win. Let's be honest. They're not gonna. If they go to the playoffs, they're really just hurting themselves.
No.
There's a
I
lot
agree.
of really good talent this year, and I think it wouldn't be out of the question for them to suck because they're no longer competitors, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Also, good luck to Otto Porter Jr. He's probably going to get eaten alive by that
Oh my god, dude, I don't even think he's gonna play.
the monster.
They're gonna sit him, dude. They're full tank.
The
They're in
monster
full tank
coach.
mode.
And
Then
I
they're
fucking
just
hate
like the
that
Knicks
coach.
right
That
now.
coach seems like such a dick, dude. I don't get it. The Chicago coach. I just don't get it. I don't. Why are you making your players run suicides and then not listen to them and then like ratting them out to the media? I don't get it. But let's quote him. Let's put his name on the show. Because he's just Jim Boylan. Go fuck yourself, dude.
Boylan.
I don't understand. I don't even know you. I have nothing. I just think you're a dick.
Yeah, I've
Also,
heard a lot of thing about him. Like he shouldn't be in the NBA. Like there's no
Yeah.
reason he should be coaching.
Dude,
Like the players don't respect him, and obviously, why would they? The whole team's
Yeah.
tanking on purpose.
Can we pause? A. Otto Porter Jr. played today, scored 18 points. B. Chicago blew out the fucking Brooklyn Nets. What? What universe
What?
is this?
Dude,
No.
it's the suicides.
Laurie Markin had 31 points and Zach LaVine had 26. Oh god, somebody's upset about that.
I don't know, dude, but they're in contention. They're only 2 games behind the Knicks. 3 games behind the Knicks
For the first overall
for
pick.
last place.
But guess what? So if they're 3 games behind, does that mean they're what in third to last place?
They're the fourth.
Fourth?
Best.
Damn, because
The fourth worst team
Worst
in the
team.
NBA. Yeah.
the 3 worst teams have the same odds for the first pick. How fucked is that?
Yeah.
Do you know what this means? You know what this means,
Yeah.
right? Is that
Yeah.
somebody that like the 8th worst team is going to get the first overall pick, right?
Oh, dude,
And
I was
there's gonna be,
thinking
like,
exactly the same thing. That's
Yeah.
why I said that Jalen Rose is an idiot. Because he was saying how... First of all, he said Zion Williams is not going to be an MVP. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, that man is doing
What?
okay. Yeah,
All right?
you know, he
And no,
got
look,
paid
it
to
was
say that,
funny
though, right?
because when I heard that, in my mind, I thought, wow, Kobe dropped 82 on the...
Yeah.
He probably hit him in the head while he
Yeah.
dropped 82 on him.
He dropped 82
81,
on him, and
sorry.
he didn't learn shit. Okay, 81 didn't learn
But dude,
shit.
then I go to the Instagram and I just read all the comments, and they're literally saying the same thing. Like, wow, Kobe's 81 must have really hit him in the head or something. I don't know. It was really funny. That it's a cool part when the internet thinks just like you.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, I digress. They said that they won the trade, right? Because they just clearing cap space and they got picks and blah blah blah. First of all, most of the first round picks that come to the NBA don't really pan out.
Don't pan out.
Yeah,
Percentage
it's
is
not just a statistic. It's a statistic. It's a statistic. It's a statistic.
You're right there.
Anyway.
And there you go.
And yeah, and then you can't rely on the fact that maybe that you get Durant or get Kyrie or get Kemba
I don't.
or
I don't
even
get that
Jimmy
argument,
Butler
yeah.
because there's a good chance that they don't get any of them, and then they still
And
suck.
Yeah, if
You
you
know?
don't get any, what do you do? You're garbage.
You can't say someone won a trade based on things that haven't happened yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's just
Oh,
ridiculous.
God.
I don't know why
Yeah.
ESPN keeps paying this guy. It's an idiot. Absolutely idiot. Anyway, just venting it right now.
I agree with you. Don't worry.
All right. Anyway, back to business. All right. Also, Markieff Morris getting traded also opens the spot for Jabari Parker and Bobby Portis. So I think they will really transition well, and they'll be fine.
Fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough.
All right. Lakers made a big blockbuster trade.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
Reggie Bullock for Sev Mikavakic. Yuk. What do you
Um,
think about that?
the Reggie Bullock is having a pretty good year, coming off the bench at a
Yeah.
little depth, I guess. I
Yeah.
thought that Svi was gonna be like a project player that was gonna turn out to be a good rotational, especially as a shooter.
Yeah.
He's a big guard. He's very big for a guard.
Yeah, he's 6'7".
Um, yeah, but he didn't get any playing time, so I guess they just kind of cut ties with him. I don't know, man. This is like, it makes me. This is what happens when the LeBron circus comes to town, and I'm using the word circus in like a historical definition, where like they come to town, right, and they sell you all these tricks, and they show you all these amazing things, and then when you wake up in the morning, you realize that it's fucking fake. They fucked your wife, and they skipped town in the middle of the night because they knew that you, when you woke up from the fever dream that you were having, right? When you woke up, you realize it's all bullshit, and like none of it's real. And they're gone, and they've left town. That's what happens when LeBron James comes to town for any team now, because he's so good, and he can single handedly carry you to a championship. So you just like sell your future to like make LeBron James better in the moment, and he's gonna break your heart, dude. Like, I don't know.
He's
It's like,
he's like that one girl, you know.
yeah,
It's like
exactly. That
meme,
one
you know?
girl I
You
was
just
about to
turn
say.
around and you're
And you
like,
just-
God damn, she's fine as hell. But you have this loyal, beautiful lady with you. But you know,
Yeah.
you just want a piece of LeBron. You just want to
she's
taste
not-
what LeBron,
yeah,
you know, the ride with
yeah,
LeBron's gonna be.
the girl you're with is like a 6, but she's like loyal and like, you know, she
Yeah.
gives you blowjobs on, you know, the weekends. You know, not every day of the week, but only on the weekends. And it's like nice and like,
Yeah,
but
it's
then
good, but
you walk
you want
past
more,
like
and that's the problem. You know,
Lisa
people
Ann
get
on the
greedy.
street, you know, and you're like, damn, I want a piece of that. And then like you wake up in the morning, you snorted like, you know, 12 lines of blow last night. You shot up some heroin. You ruined your life. You told your parents to go fuck themselves. You burned all your clothing, and then Lisa Ann stole your wallet. And like, you know, you're left with nothing. Nothing. Literally nothing.
Yep.
That's what
That's
LeBron
what
will do to you.
being what
That's
LeBron is.
literally, and that's what this is that that guy C was a future, also the future second round pick. Wow, I would have guessed. You traded away your future to try and win now, and it's gonna bite you in the ass in 2 years when LeBron declines his 3-year option and retires. So
No, he declines his third-year option and goes to the Clippers.
right, my bad. Sorry. So we can continue making Space Jam 4, right?
Yep.
Sad. It's sad. It's what happened. I mean, the trade didn't happen, so it didn't happen. But that's what they were trying to do with their whole, right? You built that team, and you're willing to sell it down the river for some pipe dreams. And rant. Anyway, continuing.
Right. Final trade
Lay it
that
on me.
I want to get into, and it's the big one, the Dallas trade of DeAndre Jordan, Dennis Smith Jr., Wesley Matthews, 2 round picks, and then Dallas got Kristaps Porzingis from the Knicks, Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee, and Trey Burke.
Okay, side note, you probably might have to edit this out. Did we talk about this already?
No,
You're sure?
maybe we touched on it. Did we? Maybe we did. We 31st Thursday. Fuck, we might have actually. Fuck, we're idiots. I'm an idiot. Anyway, let's touch on it again.
We did.
Dennis Smith Jr. is the only reason why the Knicks will even remotely ever be considered winners in this trade. All right. If I was the Knicks, I would be banking heavily that Dennis Smith Jr. is going to lead them to promised land once they get their 2 max players and whoever they get in the draft pick,
okay.
right?
So
Dennis
so
Smith
if,
Jr. should be the cornerstone. He is a man. He is a baller. Give
hear me out
him
here.
the rock.
Hear me out here. Hear me out. So this is what this scenario is based on, right? If Knicks get the number 1 overall pick, draft Zion Williamson. If they sign Kevin Durant to a max deal, if they sign somehow, and his name has never been thrown around for the city, Kawhi Leonard
Yes,
as
true.
a max player. If
But he's
all that
openly
happens,
willingly saying that he wants to go to California.
if all that happens, Dennis Smith Jr. leads the Knicks to the promised land single-handedly. Right?
Yeah, I'm telling
So,
you, dude.
what I'm saying is it's not going to happen.
No, it might not happen. It probably won't happen. But I'm telling you, there's a chance Dennis Smith Jr. becomes the best point guard in Knicks history. Take that. ESPN at Jalen Rose. That's why they win. Now, take it to the bank. Let's go.
I want some of whatever the crack is you're smoking. Can I please have some? Please, give it to me.
No, but for real, how else do the Knicks win this
They
trade?
don't win. They don't. That's the
First
problem.
round picks?
They fucking lost, dude. They got fleeced. Okay? They got fleeced.
I agree. I fucking
Stolen
agree.
from.
There's no way
It's like,
you
wait,
look at
what-
this trade and it was like, I think
Bro.
the Knicks did something really well here.
Listen.
It's good for them. No, they
These
got
guys,
slightly better, but they're still trash.
from the top of Madison Square Garden, you know you can see New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
They live in the land of fucking theft and fraud, right next door. There's a river that separates them. People who do, like, backdoor deals where somebody gets fucked at the end of the day happens in New Jersey, dude. Literally, all the time, right?
Yeah.
What do you think Newark is? Why do you think that city exists, right? Anyway, they see it happen on a daily basis in New Jersey. You can see it from your front door, and that's what happened to them. They just let it happen. They just, like, bent over the table and were like, yo, dude, like, fuck me in the ass. Like, here, take our best player. It's fine.
We're
I don't
okay
know.
with this.
If
We're
they
okay with what's
literally
happening right
spent
now.
any time looking, James Dolan could have found a better trade package. Anytime. Anybody would have taken more of a chance on Kristaps Porzingis. I don't get it. I just don't know. I think.
Yeah, me neither.
And
Dude,
do you
I
know
just
why?
think
Why
they
the
just
Knicks
traded to a team in the West that they don't have to deal with or worry about. I think
they
that's
will
what
have to
they
worry
did.
about them for the next 10 years. If they ever get to the finals, you know who's going to be there? 10 years from now?
Yeah, the
Mavericks. Yeah. And they're
With
going to laugh
LeBron
at them.
James.
Yeah. And LeBron James Jr. Bronny. Exactly.
Yep, I can see that.
And do you know why Dallas really won this trade? Because they traded DeAndre Jordan 1 year into the contract that he was supposed to sign 2 years ago. And I think Mark Cuban thought that was really kind of funny. And that's partially the reason that he included. I bet he demanded that DeAndre Jordan go with the trade to the Knicks. I bet money that's what happened. Because
Probably.
that's just justice
It's
at its
funny.
finest, honestly. Something
Honestly,
about
when I saw
DeAndre
this
driving around
trade,
downtown
yeah,
Dallas
that
texting furiously.
came to mind because I was like, the Mavs always really wanted DeAndre Jordan. Like they always like pushed for
Exactly,
him. They
right?
tried so hard,
Yeah.
and then the year they get him,
They're
they
like, go
trade him.
fuck yourself, dude. That's hilarious. I love it. It's petty.
Yeah,
It's really petty. It almost makes me want to believe that was the plan all along, is that they were going to trade him at the deadline no matter what.
I don't know, man. This trade makes no sense, honestly.
I don't get it.
Really bad. The only logic behind this I could see is maybe like in 2-3 years, Dennis Smith Jr. is like
A monster.
next Russell Westbrook. Yeah, he's just a monster. They could shoot.
I think he's like 4 inches too short to be in the next Russell Westbrook.
I don't know, man. He's a player though.
I mean, he balls. He's 6'3",
Yeah,
I guess. I thought he was smaller.
Yeah. It's all the trades.
I want to thoughts on the trade that didn't happen that everybody wanted to happen.
No,
and everybody being LeBron James.
oh, dude. All right. If LeBron James got traded, that would have been funny as hell. We obviously know, but I'm glad the Lakers didn't trade for Anthony Davis. I really think that it would have really. There's this funny meme where it's like who's left, and it's Anthony Davis at the 5, LeBron James at the 4, the janitor as a small forward.
Isn't that the truth though? Really?
Yeah. It was just really memey. I thought it was funny, but who do you have after trading your whole
I
team?
don't-
Honestly,
I
and
don't
just
know.
getting one player.
And
I
how do you-
honestly don't know who do you even bring, and how do you make that team go
How
to
do
the
you-
finals?
Yeah, and how do you work with the salary cap and fitting in a max slot for the next year? I really have no clue how that would work out. I guess your team would literally be composed of people you picked up off of waivers.
Yeah,
after
or free
Nobody.
agents that are
nobody.
playing now.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how
Okay, so I'm
a team recovers from that.
I'm gonna throw out one name: James Jones, the current GM of the Suns.
We need you.
Would be playing for that team.
James.
Yeah. I mean, he's the only other player who's gone to 7 straight finals, so obviously he would be there.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
But yeah.
Also, just throwing it out there, Dennis Smith Jr., 34 minutes, 31 points.
Oh God, I hate.
just
They lost.
Throwing it out
They
there.
lost.
They lost,
They lost to
but
Detroit.
hey,
Yeah. I mean, okay, fine.
He's-
I'll give it to you. If he blossoms into a superstar and averages 32 points a game forever, okay.
I'm telling you, dumb. Some of these things they just have like this innate instinct that I'm just like, this is gonna pan out because of this reason. And
do you remember
right.
the last time I had an innate instinct? Do you remember? Do you remember what that was about?
Oh yeah, you're
Who's it
obviously
about?
wrong, dude.
Who's it about?
awful.
Who's it about? Tell the world. Who's it
Hackenberg,
about?
right?
Yes.
What's his name? Fuck.
And multiple
No.
times did I not tell you I was willing to die on that hill that he was
Yeah,
a
I
franchise
would-
quarterback?
honestly, just based on that alone, I'm sorry if I ever got a job for like as a president. I'm not calling you dumb just because of that.
Up until the day, even when he got signed by the Patriots, I literally thought, I believed deep down that would be his comeback. Like that would be it for him. Like he would make it. And then that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I was wrong. I've never been more wrong about anything in my life.
Also, quick shout out to JJ Redick, 34
34 points, right?
Yeah.
He's the reason they won that game. 6
Uh,
for 7
yeah.
downtown.
Obviously,
Incredible.
fucking Jimmy
Incredible.
Butler almost didn't do anything except shoot free throws and make them.
Yeah, right.
But
Jimmy
anyway,
Butler has been looking
Tobias
wrong
Harris
offensively.
was exactly what Wilson Chandler was gonna do. 14 points, effective, 2 of 3 from 3. Literally exactly what Wilson Chandler was gonna do. But Wilson Chandler's always hurt, so this is perfect.
What is the best ability?
Who, Wilson Chandler?
Availability. No, the
Yeah.
best ability is availability. Also,
Correct.
Tobias Harris is averaging 20 points on the season. That's going to go down, but
By a lot.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I say by 6 points.
Go down. No.
He'll average 14.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, 14. I agree with that. I'm
Which
okay
is
with
what
that.
they need him to do. So,
Yeah, obviously.
and he'll
They
be
got a good,
he'll
they
be
solid
good.
team.
He'll be good for 14 like every game. It'll never be like a question mark, really. If they need him to get 14, he'll push until he gets 14. Like,
Let's see. Oh, New Orleans
Yeah.
is up. What?
yeah, I know they came back. I have the game on right now. I was gonna tell you. I think I saw LeBron sitting in the crowd. You know, I think he's sitting courtside, dude. Pretty sure it's tampering. Also, shout out to the NBA All-Star Draft
Yeah, that was
being
hilarious.
televised.
That was really good.
Hilarious,
Yeah, that was really good.
amazing.
Did something right at least. Anthony Davis still playing? Jesus.
Yeah. Also shout out to the NBA for demanding that he gets played.
Oh, nice. The heater up.
And
Hassan Whiteside, most points, most rebounds. He's the reason they're up.
I hate Hassan Whiteside so much.
Hey,
He could die.
Hassan Whiteside, 17 points, 18 boards, a block. Nope.
Are they winning right now?
Yep.
Are they at home or
Probably
away?
Hassan Whiteside's the reason they are. You know why? Because there's no one on that team that can consistently drop 25 points. Right? Josh Richardson is a great player, but he is not the man.
Is Goran
Sorry.
Dragic healthy yet? Is he playing or is he
No.
hurt? Yeah.
No, they
He
got
could
Justin
drop.
Winslow at point guard,
He
dude.
could drop 25 a game.
Yeah, but
You
it's
take
not
Goran
it's not the
Dragic and
25 you want, dude. If you had a star and Goran Dragic, it's
you
over.
take Goran Dragic and you put him on the Rockets under Mike D'Antonio, and he's the next Steve Nash. Book it. Not even kidding.
Maybe I could see that honestly. I mean, but in his defense, Goran Dragic did play with Steve Nash in his younger years.
Did he?
Yeah, he played
Yeah,
for the
good.
Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
He was the backup, and
Yeah.
I always remember that his overall was garbage. He was really bad, and then Steve Nash leaves. Right, he goes to the Lakers, and Goran Dragic is playing more, and he's terrific. He's a great player, great passer, scores. His game reminds me of Steve Nash, honestly, but obviously there's a big difference. But
To all the people listening to this podcast right now, that
the
statement
three
is
people.
evidence that Dario only knows anything about basketball because he played 2K. And
Yep.
the reason he doesn't know much about this season is because he didn't play 2K19. I just think the world should know that.
Look, I know basketball. Basketball is the sport, but you gotta tie the sport with people and then the
Yeah.
stories. You
And the
know?
video game, yeah.
It's a good way to really get all your information there. See who's
Mhm.
good, see what they do best, and then when you watch real life, you're like, oh shit, he actually does that pretty well.
Oh
Oh,
my
okay.
God.
Oh, these are strengths. Oh, these are weaknesses. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Oh, so Dion Waiters can't play. I still think he's overpaid.
Respect
Does your
that.
guy feel the same way?
Yeah. He thinks the whole team is trash, honestly.
He does?
Yeah.
If anything, here are the guys that I really like. I like Bam Adebayo, Josh Richardson, Dwayne Wade, obviously, and where's he? Where's Jones Jr.? I like him. And then Hassan Whiteside, I'm okay with it, honestly. I don't like Kelly Olynyk. I don't like Dion Waiters. Again, overpaid. I honestly don't like Justin Winslow that much. He's kind of bad. In the sense that
Remember when he came out and people were like, wait till he develops. Wait till he develops.
Yeah, I honestly thought the same thing.
It's been 3 years now, guys.
Yeah.
He's not developing. He's like peaked.
He's not improving though. His offense is not improving. Maybe he's a good game manager and solid defender, but his offense is not improved at all. He dropped 5 points this game? Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. Bam, Wade, Richardson, Hassan Whiteside. And that's honestly the only ones I like in the team. The rest are honestly not worth having around. They're just cluttering. Also, I respect Rodney McGruder. I respect him. I think he's straight. He's a good bench player.
Fair enough. I like the name, so I'm cool with him being around any team he wants to be on.
Cool. All right. Well, we good? We covered everything?
Did we talk about Ivan Zubac? Zubac? We didn't,
Zubac?
right?
No, we didn't. But
Okay.
let's be honest.
It's salary dump. It's a salary dump. That's fine.
It's a salary dump, but I also don't think that's how
So-
they ever see him getting much playing time in the future, especially if they're going after Anthony Davis.
That's fair. Yeah.
He's not gonna develop. I don't want to say at all, but he's not gonna develop at the rate that he should if they go for Anthony Davis. If they go for Boogie,
Yeah.
because that's something we haven't talked about, that Boogie could go to LA next year. And I don't think people are talking about it enough. Sure, Anthony Davis is great, but DeMarcus Cousins could easily play in LA next year.
Yeah.
He could easily go to the Knicks next year. But again, no one's saying anything because they're not really thinking about it. But I'm telling you,
For
it's a possibility. So I think that's why they traded him, because I think he's a solid young player. He definitely has a lot more room to grow, but I don't think it's gonna be with the Lakers, especially not this year.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well. All right. Closing statement.
Danny Ainge is literally gonna fuck the Pelicans in the ass this summer. That's if they trade with the Celtics. Either way, he's already fucked them in the ass. The fact that they waited past the deadline to trade AD. All their leverage is gone now because we know that he's not going to offer Jason Tatum, right? And so now the Lakers don't need to give them their whole team. If I'm the Lakers, I offered you the best deal at the deadline. You didn't take it because you thought you had some pipe dream that you're going to get Jason Tatum, what isn't going to happen, right? And now you're going to pay for it because I'm not going to give you what you want for AD. What I offered you before, at least. You go fuck yourself. The New Orleans Pelicans played themselves out of this game. It's like Donald Trump arguing for the wall, and then when he got some funding, being like, no, I want all funding, and then Democrats being like, we're not going to give you anything now. Congratulations. Like, obviously a little different, but you negotiated yourself out of the room. I don't know how that's even possible. Sorry, end rant. Danny Ainge is apparently, I don't even know. Who's the guy that tricks Hermes? Right? That motherfucker must be related to Hermes. On some Percy Jackson shit for real.
Alright. My turn. Alright. Alright, this goes out to Emilio Sala. Alright. I just want to say thank you for sharing your football with us. It was quite beautiful to see. You left this world at such a young age, honestly, and you had so much more to give. But I want you to know, even though obviously you can't hear me, but the fact that through football you were able to communicate with so many people and touch so many people. And I honestly feel that, just because you were able to share your football with the world, you won't ever die. And I want you to rest easy, my big number 9. All right.
Sponsorship time?
I think so. All right. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you made it this far, if not, no. What do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you?
Our average listen time is how long? A minute and 43 seconds? Maybe,
yes.
Not even.
Yes, around. It's okay. No, I'm not stressed. I'm not worried about it. It's all good. It's all love.
Honestly, I don't even care if you listen to the whole thing. You have to listen. We have to get enough viewers so that you can watch the 6-second ad at the beginning to hit skip, to listen to the first 10 seconds, and then close the tape. That's all I care about.
I'm just trying to get paid.
I'm trying to get my $1 million. I came up with a book idea that isn't gonna. So sad. I'm gonna cry.
It's okay.
Edit this out. Yeah,
Gotta take L's. I will. All right. Anyway, sponsor time. Go to Chick-fil-A at Colonial, Fort Myers. Numbers 239-936-6317. Order whatever. I might even take your order. Lol. Other one. Sponsorship sorta still in there, but honest AC company, free estimates, free service calls. There you go. And if you info, just let me know, etc, etc. All right. Anything else, Dom, before we close it up?
I love all of our viewers equally, but Nicole, I love you the most.
And he means it.
I wonder how many Nicoles there are listening to this. I hope there's a lot.
Probably not.
That's a shame.
All right. All right. Also, Minikimes, I'm coming at you, boy. Or
Lisa
girl.
Ann, hit me up.
All right. Well, that does it. All right. Well, people, take care. Subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. And peace out.